What's good, nation? Chef Mike's back again, and today we're going to be doing something that I love is stuffed peppers. So I'm going to use some turkey today. We're going to do ground turkey, we're going to do sweet potato, and I'm also going to make some rice to go in there mixed with that stuffing mixture, and we're also going to do a salsa roja, which is amazing. So it's going to look perfect. So first thing we're going to start out with is we're going to make some rice. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with 2 cloves of garlic. And this is going to be lime and cilantro rice. So super easy rice, and it goes good with everything. So if you're making chicken or beef or anything like that, it's definitely one of my favorites. And we're going to use hatch peppers in it. So we use the mild ones today. You can use hot if you want a little bit more spicier rice. But we're going to go ahead and do the mild today because we don't want everything to battle the flavors of the turkey that we're going to put in this. So next thing we do is a little onion. So we're going to dice up an onion here. What did you guys think about that last Raider game, huh? Everybody talking about us losing to Ravens, losing to Pittsburgh. Ain't gonna happen. Better watch out, Miami. We're coming for you. All right, so let me get this onion going. Let's get on the side here. Don't need very much, just enough, because we're only gonna do 1 cup. And I'm gonna use jasmine rice today. The good thing about jasmine rice is really floral. I love the flavor of it too. So like nowadays, even when I make my Spanish rice, instead of using long grain white rice, I use jasmine rice and it comes out delicious. I just like the nuttiness of the flavors that come out of that. All right, perfect. So now we got our onions and garlic cut. So now we're gonna go over to the pot here and we're gonna make some rice. So follow me around here. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with a little bit of avocado oil. Then we're gonna go in with the 1 cup of jasmine rice. Set that aside. We're gonna let that get a little toasty. We don't want it brown. We're not doing brown rice, so we're doing a white rice. So we do not want this to brown. So we just wanna get a nice little toasty and bring all the flavors out of it. Then we'll add our onions and garlic here. All right, so now you look in here. See that it's got some nice toasty brown notes on there? We don't want it brown, like I said, we just want just a little bit of browning on it, barely. And we're gonna go in with our garlic and onions. This is where you really wanna be careful because you don't wanna burn the garlic. You don't want a burnt garlic taste. So I'm just gonna pull all the flavors out. Sweat the onions. It smells delicious. So what we're going to be using here is we got our hatch peppers, like I said, and then we also got a little bit of our chicken bouillon and then some granulated garlic. Then we're going to top it off with a little bit of lime juice and some fresh cilantro. Whenever you're cooking rice, definitely the 2 to 1. So you got 1 cup of rice, we're going to use 2 cups of water. To use this, you can also use chicken stock. Anything like that will work, just as long as you're doing 2 to 1. The other basic thing is definitely to make sure that whenever you're cooking rice, once you put the lid on there, leave it alone. Don't touch it. That's why I like to have the clear lids. That's why I like this one, because then I can see when my rice is done and I don't have to take it off and on and off and on and take a look at it. So key thing to do. So if you have one of these, this is the best pot to cook rice in. So now I'm going to go in with my hatch peppers. Then we're going to go in with 2 cups of water. About a half a lime, juiced. Some fresh cilantro. A bit of granulated garlic. And a little bit of chicken bouillon. Once I stir that around, I'm gonna give it a taste just to make sure I got my seasonings right. Looks like it needs a little bit more chicken bouillon. Okay, that should be good. All right. So now I'm gonna put the lid on it. We're gonna let this go. It's about 10 to 15 minutes. Once it hits boiling point, I'm gonna be able to see it. So I'm gonna kick it down to low, and then we're gonna let it finish. And just like I said, leave it alone. Don't touch it. And we'll be back. All right, so now we're gonna switch over and make our sauce. So this is called a salsa roja. Basically, it's a cooked salsa. This is gonna go delicious underneath these. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna de-seed and stem jalapenos. If you want to make this a little bit hotter, you can also use serranos. I don't like it too hot, so I'm just going to go with some jalapenos and take the seeds out of them. We just got a pot here with some water. Throw all this together. It's really easy sauce, and you can use this for a lot of things. You can make like enchiladas, burritos, top it with the sauce. It comes out really good. And this, I'm just gonna get a coarse cut. I don't really need too much. And then we're gonna go on with a couple garlics. And some tomatoes. Some tomatoes off the vine. These are delicious. Need 3 of these. Just throw those in there. And we're gonna take these over to the stove. We're gonna cook those on high for about, let's say 15 minutes. Let the tomatoes start coming apart a little bit, and then we're gonna go into our blender. So we'll be right back here shortly to get the rest of it. All right, guys, now it's time to make our filling. So we're gonna make some ground turkey. Like I said, I got a sweet potato here. We got some garlic, a little bit of onion. So we're just gonna cut this up here. Smash that. You can use ground beef too if you don't really like ground turkey, ground chicken. So anything that you really want to use in this, you can. The only reason I'm adding the sweet potato is it does give it a nice little crunch to it. I like to get the sweetness of the potato too. It definitely makes a great contrast. So we're gonna use that. I used it one time and I loved it. So from then on, I've been using it with ground turkey ever since. All right, some clean dice there. Go ahead and peel this guy. For a sweet potato. These are so yummy when they're cooking too. They get a nice caramelized brown, and it's almost like sugar. That's why they call them a sweet potato. I'm gonna use half of this big guy. Cut this into some cubes. Like so. Slide all this over to the right there. And last one. We're going to go right onto the pan with these. I want to sear these first because I want to get the crunchiness on these. So we're going to go to the saute pan. So I'll see you over there in a second. All right. So we're going to go into our pan with a little bit of avocado oil. Get nice and hot. We're gonna go ahead and add all of our sweet potatoes in there. We're gonna let these get nice and brown, so give it a couple minutes and then we'll come back and add the rest of the ingredients. All right, so now that those got a nice little color on them, we're gonna go ahead and go in with our onions and peppers, or sorry, onions and garlic. The seasonings we're going to be using today is going to be a little bit of a Southwest seasoning, some granulated garlic, a little bit of lemon pepper, and some seasoning salt. We want to get these onions nice and translucent before we add our turkey in there. But once again, we don't want to burn the garlic. We don't want that burnt garlic flavor. So now we're going to go in with our ground turkey. While that's cooking, we're going to add a little seasoning to it. So a little Southwest seasoning. A little granulated garlic. A little lemon pepper. Seasoning salt. And a little bit of ground cumin. All right, we're gonna let all these marry together here, and then we'll come back and we'll start stuffing our peppers. We'll be ready to go. All right, so now we're gonna go in here with our tomatoes. Make our sauce. Use a little bit of this mixture here too. Save that right here for now. Squish a little lime juice in there. I'm going to cut up a little bit of cilantro to throw in there. Actually, I'll just toss it in there. Okay. Turn this on. Just be careful whenever you're doing hot stuff. Every time you put hot stuff in a blender, sometimes it'll open up a little bit on the side. So I always keep a towel so you don't burn yourself. Pulse it. So that's the perfect consistency I want it, because I want to cook this down a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and empty all this liquid out of this. We're going to return this back to this pot here. Then at that point we can season it, add a little salt and pepper in there, make sure we got our right seasonings in there. Smells so good. All right, back to the pot here. We'll go right to the fire and then we're gonna start making our peppers, so I'll be right back. All right, so now we're gonna get some of our mixture out so we can get it chilling a little bit. I'm gonna have enough to stuff both these bell peppers. The leftovers, we'll do something cool with that too later, so we'll come back to that. But just gonna grab some of that rice that came out so yummy. I'm gonna do a little bit of cheese. Mix this up. Okay, and we're gonna go into our bell peppers. All right, so now we're gonna cut open our peppers. Do these a couple different ways. We'll take the seeds out of this guy. You want to make sure you get all the excess seeds out of there. Perfect. And this guy, we're going to go on the angle. Save that for later. Pull the seeds out of this guy. Boy, it smells delicious in here. We haven't even started baking yet. This is going to be amazing. This is a dish you can eat for lunch, breakfast. If you do it for breakfast, you can actually crack a nice little egg and put it on top of there too. It comes out yummy if you just do one. Okay, perfect. So now we're going to get our stuffing mixture here. I'm going to go ahead and set them inside a nicely oiled dish here. We're going to go in here and stuff these guys. All that yummy cheese. So let's switch to a smaller spoon. Just a little easier. Doesn't matter if it falls over the side. We're going to bake these so they don't have to look perfect yet. Just want to get them in there. Actually got the right amount of stuffing. Perfect. All right. So now we're going to pop these into a 400-degree oven for about 10 minutes just to let everything finish melting. I'm going to add a little bit more cheese at the top of these guys. And we'll be back to plate. All right, guys, so now we're ready to plate. So we're going to go right on this plate here with some of our nice salsa roja. It's thickened up quite a bit because I just let it cook. Smells so delicious. Okay, let's go like that. Here. Actually, before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of these guys. Position those there. And we also got a little bit of Mexican crema. Right on top of that. And we're also going to do a little bit of cilantro for garnish. Chop some of this up. Just throw a little bit of that all over. All right, and like I told you earlier, we're going to do a little twist too. Let's set this guy right here for you. And this is for people that really don't like bell peppers too. We're going to go ahead and do a little different. So I got some of this nice green leaf here. Got it nice and washed and rinsed. We're gonna make some nice little wraps here. These are delicious too. If you don't like, if you're on a low carb diet, these are perfect for it. Lots of protein, just yummy. So we're gonna get those up. Just like tacos. Put a little bit of cheese on top. And put some of it, actually, I'm gonna do a little bit of our sauce. Some more red sauce here. And we're gonna add some fresh avocado on here. Tell me that doesn't look delicious. Just a little bit of our fresh cilantro, a bit more of the cheese. All right, guys, just like that. This actually cost me $18 to make all this food right here, guys, just so you know. Beautiful food. It's gonna feed a ton of people. I still got a lot of meat left I could do leftover stuff with. I just wanna let you know, guys, thanks for coming out again. Thanks for subscribing, all you that have subscribed already. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to hit that little button, please, so I can keep this rolling. Other than that, let's enjoy. We're gonna bring someone in to try this food out. All right, guys, we're back here. I got my man, Israel. What's up, Israel? Local artist, little rap artist. So we're gonna bring him in to try some of this food here. So here's the knife and fork for you, brother.
All right.
So what I want you to do is cut into that and kind of get some of those flavors and make sure you mix some of that sauce in there and tell me what you think, man.
Word. All right. So like, I'm not a huge fan of bell peppers, so this is gonna be kind of interesting. I want to make sure that I get some of this.
Yeah, get some of that stuffing.
Stuffing right here.
Like I said, that's why I got these tacos here. So after you're done with that, we'll try that too.
Yeah, the cheesy. I love cheese, so let's get this up. And I get that. This is like the red sauce?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I can get that more. Mm-hmm.
Probably a little hot.
The stuffing is bomb. The pepper's juicy. I can taste the cilantro. And the salsa. I think I want to like continue eating this entire plate. It's actually really good. The sweet potato. I haven't had sweet potato since I was little. This tastes good.
Right on. Yeah, so it gives it that little contrast. So you got that, you know, some little bit of crunch in there, some texture, and like I said, a little bit of heat. So.
And it's good, but it kind of makes me, I feel like I'm eating healthy. So.
Exactly. That's the main thing, is eating a little healthier.
Oh yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, like I said, thanks for coming out, guys, and thank you, Israel, for having us, man.
No doubt.
And, yep.
Word up.
See you soon, brother.
Yeah.